Greetings, short people.
How y'all doing? You guys having a good quarantine? Yeah, it's going great here. None of us are going stir crazy. No way. But I'm back again to read you another book. This one is called
And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street.
Apparently it's the very first children's book by Dr. Seuss. Everybody, at this point, we all say, ooh. Okay? We're going to do it at 3, all right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Okay, that's enough. Caleb, pay attention, all right? I don't want to have to tell you again. Young man, don't make me stop and pick your nose. You know I'll do it. See, this is my nose-picking finger. I keep it very clean because I don't know what you guys keep in your noses. So, here we are. To think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. I've never been on Mulberry Street, so I have no idea what he saw. Y'all ready?
And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street.
When I leave home to walk to school, Dad always says to me, Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see. But when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me and sternly says,
Your eyesight is much too keen.
That's how he says it. He says it just like that.
Your eyesight is much too keen.
Then he smiles like this. Everybody smile like this. Very good. All right, thank you. Where the heck am I? Okay.
Your eyesight is much too keen.
Stop telling such outlandish tales. Stop turning minnows into whales. Now, what can I say when I get home today?
Teeny little picture. Kid looks like he's walking in the rain, but probably not.
Doesn't look wet.
But he's walking.
This is a really wordy Seuss book. All the long way to school and all the way back. I've looked and I've kept careful track, but all that I've noticed, except for my own feet, was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street. A horse and a wagon. Everybody say clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. Come on. Thank you. Now, if you're watching this with your mom or your dad, everybody has to say clip, clop. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. Clip, clop, clip. 1, 2, 3. Clip, clop, clip, clop, clip, clop. You do it? All right. Because we can't have people not clip, clopping. I don't know. Well, that's nothing to tell of. That won't do, of course. Just a broken down wagon that's drawn by a horse. That can't be my story. That's only a start. I'll say that a zebra was pulling a cart. And that is the story that no one can beat. When I say that I saw it on, everybody say, Mulberry Street. Did you say Mulberry Street, Caleb? Oh, you know what? My son's name is Caleb. I won't force you to look up on him because he wants to keep his anonymity, which means he doesn't want anybody to know who he is. But of course, I know who he is. So I don't know how that works. Anyway, picture. Caleb, I'll have to introduce you to Caleb one day. Zebra. Yes, the zebra is fine, but I think it's a shame that such a marvelous beast with a cart is so tame. The story would really be better to hear if the driver I saw was a charioteer. A charioteer, that means a guy driving a chariot. If the driver I saw was a charioteer and a gold and blue chariot, that's something to meet, rumbling down on, everybody say it, Mulberry Street. Now we should all say it like Mulberry Street is very important. So everybody sit up straight. Mulberry Street. Come on, everybody. Come on. Mulberry Street. Very good. Very good. Everybody pat yourself on the back. No. It won't do at all. A zebra's too small. A reindeer is better. He's fast and he's fleet. Fleet means he's fast. He's fast and he's fast. And he'd look mighty smart on old, everybody say it, Mulberry Street. Everybody say it? Did you say it? I said it. I heard me. Did you hear yourself say Mulberry Street? Very good. Hold on a minute. There's something wrong. A reindeer hates the way it feels to pull a thing that runs on wheels. He'd be much happier instead if he could pull a fancy sled. I'm looking at you over the top of the book. I can see each of you and you look like yourself. A reindeer and a sleigh. Say, anyone could think of that. Jack or Fred or Joe or Nat. Say, even Jane could think of that. But it's not too late to make one little change. A sleigh and an elephant. That would be strange. I'll pick one with plenty of power and size. A blue one with plenty of fun in his eyes. Okay. And then, just to make him a little more tone, have a Raja with rubies perched on a throne. Say, that makes a story that no one can beat when you say that you saw it on
Mulberry Street.
Am I frightening you? My head is quite large. But my neck can hold it up because I have the head of me on my neck. You know, I have no idea what I'm doing. My son is laughing. What does he know? Does that look like fun in his eyes? I suppose it is. I don't know. But now, I don't know, it still doesn't seem right. An elephant pulling a thing so light would an elephant pulling a thing so light would whip it around in the air like a kite. But he looks simply grand with a great big brass band. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't sound like a brass band. I sound like a brass black man, which is not really interesting, I think.
Now introducing the Brass Black Man.
Yay! Okay, I'm done. See, they shouldn't give me these opportunities because I never know what's going to come out of my mouth. A band that's so good should have someone to hear it, but it's going so fast that it's hard to keep near it. I'll put on a trailer. I know they won't mind if a man sits and listens while hitched on behind. Giddy up. But now, is it fair? Is it fair what I've done? I'll bet the wagons weigh more than a ton. It's really too heavy a load for one beast. I'll give him some helpers. He needs 2, at least. But now what worries me is this. Mulberry Street runs into bliss. Unless there's something I can fix up, there'll be an awful traffic mix-up. See, Mulberry and Bliss. You can't have that happen. I mean, what'll the neighbors say? What does that mean?
Help, I can't turn the page.
Oh, here we go. It takes police to do the trick, to guide them through where traffic's thick. It takes police to do the trick. They'll never crash now. They'll race at top speed with Sergeant Mulvaney himself in the lead.
Yay! Sergeant Mulvaney! Ooh, what a handsome man in his white hat and his blue uniform. Oh, look at him. He's so sergeanty.
I don't know what that means. Have you seen enough? I can tell that my son wants to respond to the stuff that I'm saying, but he has much more self-control than his father. Be thankful. The mayor is there. He thinks it's grand. He raises his hat. They dash by the stand. The mayor is there, and the aldermen too, all waving big blanners. What's a blanner? Excuse me, Mr. Taylor. I would like to ask a question. My name is not Mr. Taylor, and I would like to ask a question.
What is a blanner? I have never heard of such a word in my entire life. What is a blanner?
Well, young person, I don't know. I think I just accidentally made that up.
Oh, okay.
The mayor is there, and the aldermen too, all waving big banners of red, white, and blue. And that is a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street.
Wah, wah, wah.
With a roar of his motor, an airplane appears and dumps out confetti while everyone cheers.
Everybody cheer. Everybody cheer. It says while everyone cheers. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. I can't hear you. I can't. Did you cheer? I know Caleb didn't. My Caleb, he didn't cheer. Nobody's helping. I'm getting very sad. Not.
With a roar of its motor, an airplane appears and dumps out confetti while everyone cheers. And that makes a story
That's really not bad, but it still could be better. Suppose that I had. Suppose that I had a Chinese boy who walks on sticks. What? A big magician doing tricks. A 10-foot beard that needs a comb. No time for more. I'm almost home. I don't get that. Walks on sticks. That is very strange. But this is a very old book. This book was probably written before I wasn't written, before I was born. So they did things back then that were very strange. They wrote about stuff that was very strange, and everybody said,
Oh, this is wonderful.
but we know the truth, right? We know the truth. I swung round the corner and dashed through the gate. I ran up the steps, and I felt simply great. For I had a story that no one could beat, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. Did y'all say it with me? Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Mulberry Street. My son didn't say it. But Dad said quite calmly,
just draw up your stool and tell me the sights on the way home from school.
There was so much to tell, I just couldn't begin. Dad looked at me sharply and pulled at his chin. He did like this. Everybody pull at your chin. Okay, I'm done. He frowned at me sternly from there in his seat.
Was there nothing to look like? Was there nothing to look at? No people to greet? Did nothing excite you or make your heart beat? Did you not nearly expire from the smell of my feet?
No, I made that up. You can laugh, though. That's because that's funny. At least that's what I tell myself.
Oh, I can't choose.
No, nothing, I said, growing red as a beet. Nothing but a plain horse and a wagon.
on Mulberry Street. A plain horse and a wagon. Sometimes that's okay.
And that's the end of the story. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody? Anybody? If you have a question, you can send it to me. Get your mom to send it to me. Okay? Or your dad. Dad can do it too. It's all right. I hope you enjoyed the book. I goofed off a lot this time. What else would you expect? Thanks for letting me read to you. I'll see you next time.